Hello, welcome to day 25 of Reflections of Joy. Today's section is entitled Skip the Scale. Several of you may be confused about why we didn't step on a scale. Others might wonder why I didn't ask you to squeeze into a sports bra and compression shorts to take measurements. I've become a big believer in positive reinforcements and non-scale victories. I know my body is different every single day of my life. I know that I eat different foods and consume varying amounts of water. I know that salt and caffeine and lack of sleep or inflammation can nudge the scale one way or the other from day to day. I also know how hard it is to give up everything you like to eat in the name of a new number and not have it happen. Anticipation about a weigh-in after a stellar week of eating often ends in disappointment if the stars aren't aligned just so. We give the scale an awful amount of power for something that doesn't have a brain. Its entire purpose is to measure mass. It doesn't differentiate between muscle, water, or fat. Weight is simply a number, so I no longer use it as a measuring stick for success. You can weigh yourself if you wish, but please don't get on that darn thing every day. Create a habit of weighing on the same day of the week or month, at the same time of day, with the same clothes or lack of clothes, and give yourself grace for working on your health, even if the dial doesn't move as much as you'd like. I step on the scale on the first day of every month just to keep my data-based brain happy. I had clients make remarkable changes. They became stronger and healthier, and some were even able to describe or omit medications from their daily routine. Please note, you should never discontinue a medication without discussing it with your physician first. Other clients were so fixed on a number that they would throw their hands up, waving the white flag of surrender. They would return to their old habits because nothing works anyway. A part of this that makes me sad is that they were changing. I could see in the number of reps before failure, with increased time on a plank, with the bagginess of their workout shirt. But they didn't give themselves time, and they didn't have the unedited day one photo stored in their memory. When I was 20, I worked full-time. I didn't have time to exercise, and I often ate fast food during breaks at work. I remember stepping on the scale the day my mom and I shopped for a wedding dress. I hadn't exercised regularly in several years, but I was happy with my weight and size. Fast forward 25 years. I exercised 4 to 5 days a week and ate unprocessed whole foods 90% of the time. I weigh 30 pounds more today than I did in my 20s and wear a smaller size. The point of this is to illustrate the scale doesn't tell you the whole story. I could be happy at age 45 about the way I looked and the way my body performed, or I could beat myself up if the number on the scale was higher than in the past. The way you feel about yourself makes all the difference in your success. Since I abandon daily weigh-ins and choose to focus on non-scale victories, my body is changing. Somehow, choosing happiness and gratitude is impacting my weight. And no, I don't believe that I can will away weight with a smile and a song in my heart, but choosing movement, food, and activities that bring me joy make me want to return to them again and again. Habits are falling into place because I'm finally enjoying the process rather than focusing on my heart rate, number of steps, or calories consumed. One of the most rewarding parts of my job is meeting people that I wouldn't normally come in contact with. Many would join because of a friend who had shared their success, and they would show up ready to make some changes. They would share their stories and frustrations through the challenge and trust me to help them. Nothing was better than seeing scowls and tears that accompanied my new friends on the first day turn into smiles and sass by day 30, and into confidence and pride by day 60 when I took their after pictures. Early in my career, shortly after opening the gym, a lovely, quiet woman and her daughter signed up for the challenge. They worked out together, and I'd often catch the athletic teen encouraging her mom on the bag, a smile here or an eye roll there. I'm unsure who wanted to sign up and who came along for moral support, but they worked together like best friends. As was the case with many interrelated pairs, one liked to work out, the other liked to cook. Mom was formerly a teacher who chose to stay home and raise her kids. She often talked about her loving husband and great kids and why she wanted to become more fit. She was a planner, which worked out great for her daughter, who benefited from having a workout partner who also cooked for the family. Amy was a faithful journaler and recorded more than her meals, creating a historical account of her 9-week challenge. I had the privilege to be one of her coaches, so I was privy to the transformation that occurred throughout her challenge. She went from setting weight goals to experiencing real-life body changes, and it was so much fun to watch. The following is from a food journal entry I saved because it inspired me so much. Some may have thought, only 9 pounds, but as she wrote this, she was starting to see the difference in her body. I checked my weight today, and it was this number, which is a total of 9 pounds lost so far. I wore my dress slacks to church on Sunday and decided I needed to go down a size because I had to pull them up constantly. So I am down 1 size in my jeans and my dress slacks. Woohoo! As much as I would love to see that unimportant number on the scale go down faster, I think I'm finally as much as I'd like to see it go down faster for as much work as I think I'm putting into this, I am definitely seeing a difference in my body size, and I am very happy about that. Later entries would mention the realization that health benefits were surfacing and excitement about seeing her photos. She knew she was changing, even if the number on the scale wasn't dropping. She worked hard to listen to my warnings to keep fueling the fire. She ate when she was hungry, even on the days the scale didn't honor her hard work with a drop. She had incredible results and surpassed all of her goals except for one, and I don't have to tell you which one. She missed her weight loss goal by less than 5 pounds, but her results confirmed what I already knew. The scale is nothing but a tool to measure mass. It doesn't measure strength, health, mood, or pant size. She walked into the challenge party looking completely different woman. She was beautiful the day I met her, but the woman who showed up that night was striking, confident, and satisfied. She was a winner before I called her name, and she solidified the value of non-scale victories for me for the first time as a coach. Our bodies are incredible machines. They'll change in ways you never dreamed of in a very short amount of time if you give them good food, daily movement, and a positive outlook. Many things occur between the milestone moments of the before and after photos. You notice your endurance improves, allowing you to exercise longer between breaks. You stand taller as your posture improves. Suddenly, you don't feel like hiding. You like how your muscles feel strong, carrying you gracefully. You have more energy and bounce into class instead of dragging. You feel stronger. That 50-pound bag of dog food is suddenly no big deal. You catch your reflection in the store window and smile. You learn to anticipate your body's response to movement, hunger, or soreness, and you plan appropriately. You get woozy during class. I always recommend keeping your physician in the loop. Many will discover their blood pressure or sugar response improves in just a few short weeks. Cheers to fewer meds. You miraculously find time to cook. I'm not going to waste a good workout with takeout. You sleep better. Your flexibility improves. You can paint your toenails for the first time in years. You look forward to workouts. The best day of the challenge was always day 61. With the final photo shoot complete, I would schedule the day to match and crop photos. I'd sit alone at my old desktop in the basement with Kleenex in hand, a private moment for the photographer to witness all of the good that can be captured with the click of a button. Of course, I could see what they lost. Less hips and belly, smaller faces and fannies. But that's not what really mattered to me. It was the gain I was looking for. You know, the additions to the picture, the smile that replaced a frown, or the new gleam in their eyes, the one that told me they were beginning to love themselves again, but hadn't yet realized it. Look in the mirror, take the picture, and pay attention to how your life changes. You'll be glad you did. I'll see you tomorrow.